we will go to the Roosters and the Cowboys. Roosters, 3 wins in their last 5. Cowboys, 4 wins in their last 5. So the Cowboys are in a decent bit of form right now, which a lot of people will find shocking. But the Cowboys are starting to click again. They're not looking terrible. And the Roosters, of course, hit by a little bit of injury. They've lost Hutchison for a few weeks as well due to a lung puncture that he sustained in the last round. Wishing him a speedy recovery as well. It did pleasant. Marshke retaining the 9 shirt. They've still got an absolutely stacked roster though. You know, you got Radley in at 13, Crichton in the 11 shirt, Waria Hargreaves. Walker looks like he's been in the NRL for a few years at this point. He's going absolutely fantastic. Lockie Lamb getting recalled into the squad as well. He's back in the 6 shirt. And then obviously you've got that gun back 5, Tedesco, Tupou, Morris, Manu and Ikavalu all got points in them.
It's scary to think that this is their, what is that, third or fourth 5-8 this year. Sam Walker wasn't initially named to start. Matt Ikavalu is their, third or fourth winger this year. Marshke is SG Ball jersey flag at the start of the year. Tupanua doesn't typically start, and the bench is Kieran, who's starting to become a bit of a journeyman there. Daniel Salaka Fafita. Nat Butcher, I mean, he's just a gun. And Sio Takiaho, I mean, he starts in almost any the team. Look, I think it all depends on whether Walker plays. Walker is 50-50 with an AC joint injury. The rumor was at the start of the week that he was out. That is now moved to 50-50. Tedesco came out and said that he's good to go. But the rumor mill is running, Mr. Wright, and there is a certain man in the number 21 of Mr. Joseph Suwali who is thinking of making his debut this week. Walker will be out injured, i.e. rested, and it will see Manu into the 6 and Suwali in at centre. If that happens, Suwali scores, and that's my anytime try scorer tip. If that doesn't happen, I think it's going to be closer than people think. I'm going to say Roosters, but I'm going to say 1-12. The Cowboys are looking a lot better. Clifford's been playing out of his skin in a contract year. Drinkwater's starting to look more comfortable in the 6. Holmes is back to pre-NFL Holmes. Cohen Hess at prop is a little bit of a revelation. He's looked fantastic. It's, been able to accommodate Mitch Dunn and Ben Condon when they've both, had their turn at second row. And, I mean, Tamalolo, just enough said. Roosters 1-12. If Suwali plays, he scores. If he doesn't play, I reckon Tamalolo goes straight over the top of Marshke and scores.
I was thinking very similar. I'll tell you what then, we're gonna go into a bit of a 13 off here. I'm gonna say if you're going Tamalolo to score, I'm going Radley to score. I think everybody anticipates a Tamalolo try, just big man versus little man. Big man wins 9 times out of 10. Tamalolo's starting to find that meter-making form that turned him into an absolute unit, just a super coach points machine, and worthy of that 10-year contract as well. When players sign these long-term deals, you worry about if a roster starts to drop off and, the Cowboys have had a torrid couple of years, does a player start to maybe look for a few clauses in there? But I can see that Tamalolo's starting to get back to enjoying his footy a little bit, but I'm going to say Radley. I'm going to say Radley anytime try scorer. I agree that I think if Suwali comes in, then it's going to be Manu that comes up into the 6 shirt, Lamb into the 7, and then Suwali into the centre. But I think the Cowboys will just mark up on him pretty well and try and keep him quiet, because the last thing they want is more media hype around him. The other teams hate it when somebody comes onto the scene and starts drawing a lot of eyes. So I'm going to say that the Roosters take this one as well. I think it will be close as well. I'd be very tempted to agree on 1-12. But I'm going to say Roosters, and I'm going to go Vic Radley anytime to score.